Hi, I'm Janine Diamond with AutoNet TV, and we're out on the street today. We want to find out just how much people know about their cars. Do you know how often you should change your oil?
Every 3,000 miles or 30,000 miles. I don't know, it's with a 3, yeah.
Between 3,000 and 5,000 miles.
About every 3,000 miles, 3 months for me.
How about your transmission fluid?
Maybe longer, a year.
I didn't know that you were supposed to change that.
When should you change your power steering fluid?
30,000.
Ooh, I have no idea.
I'd say a year.
How often should you go to the dentist?
6 months, every 6 months.
Every 6 months.
Every 6 months, I go.
6 months.
We all know we're supposed to go to the dentist twice a year. We get our teeth cleaned and have a thorough dental inspection. Once a year, we get x-rays to look for problems that can't be seen with the naked eye. When the dentist is done, he tells us what he's found. Everything's fine, see you in 6 months. Or, you've got a small cavity starting, let's schedule an appointment to take care of it. By the time you leave, you have a plan for addressing any necessary repairs. This system works so much better than waiting for a painful problem before going to the dentist. Much less pain. Small problems are fixed before they turn into big problems, and you avoid those huge bills. Now, if we buy into this way of handling our dental care, why is there so much resistance when facing the same system for our car care? Following the manufacturer's recommended intervals can be confusing. First, there are recommendations for so many things: oil changes, transmission, coolant, air conditioning, power steering, brakes, fuel system, filters, belts, hoses, alignment, rotation, balancing. You get the point. Every item has a recommended interval, and it's hard to keep it all straight. Even if you're part of the 1% of the population that reads your owner's manual, and if you have more than one car, the complexity is multiplied. You need a computer to keep track of everything. Well, that's how your service center does it. They subscribe to automotive databases that have your vehicle's recommended intervals. You may have wondered how they know what else to recommend when you take your car in for an oil change. It's all in the computer. Well, it's not all in the computer. There are other variables that can't be accounted for in the schedule. Things like the weather conditions, altitude, and where and how you drive need to be taken into account. Talk about these things with your service advisor, and you may decide that the severe service schedule in your owner's manual is more appropriate. Since anything that's not highway driving in moderate weather is considered severe, most of us do at least some of that, and it should be taken into consideration. Let's take your basic oil change as an example. What issues are involved? The oil you put in your car is a blend of base oil and special additives. There are detergents to clean the inside of your engine and corrosion inhibitors. A good quality motor oil will not only lubricate your engine, it will help it stay clean inside and run cooler. Now, these additives deplete with use and time. That's why most maintenance recommendations include both a time and a mileage element, like 3 months or 3,000 miles, whichever comes first. It's easy to think, gee, I've only driven 2,000 miles in the last 3 months. I can wait on that oil change. But you need to remember that the inside of your engine is a harsh environment. The oil is contaminated with combustion byproducts that start degrading its effectiveness even when it's just sitting there. A lot of people don't realize the harm that can be done by just skipping a single oil change. There are a lot of metal parts moving around in your engine. Small bits of metal wear off and are floating around in your oil. They can be carried to more delicate areas of the engine where they cause damage. Your oil filter is designed to trap metal particles and other dirt, but if it's clogged up because you haven't changed it, it can't trap anymore. Oil sludge is another problem. Sludge is oil that has turned into a gunky jelly. Think Vaseline. Obviously, sludge doesn't lubricate. It can also clog small oil passages so that all the parts don't get properly protected by the oil. That'll lead to premature wear. If you've missed some oil changes, don't despair, just talk with your service advisor. Fess up, you'll feel better. And he can help you get back on track. Following recommended intervals is the key to keeping your car on the road and avoiding major repairs. Thanks for watching AutoNet TV. We'll be right back.